Hello guys, and welcome to episode 7 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Dark Elves on very hard difficulty. This is a Steel Faith Overhaul mod, and today we are going to be starting by attacking Mung once again. We will be pushing towards Dagrak's End. Hopefully we can catch Mung in the next turn. That would be ideal. We have an imminent rebellion at Deadwood. That will probably be by the Frozen City, but we do have Hellebrand here that can potentially deal with that. We have Nonans. He's going to be moving up to Quark at some point. But I think everything else was done, so let's just move on to the next turn. Our cash is pretty low at the moment, but we should be able to build it back up again by attacking Aghol and Mung and taking some post-battle loot. Also the rebellion that's popping by the Frozen City, we can kill that as well. I think the only faction that I really want to see move is Mung. I'm not too concerned about Aghol right now.
Behind every syllable.
They would actually like a peace treaty. Interesting. I mean, this is actually relatively tempting. Because then I could use Hellebrand elsewhere. I don't know. Where else would we use her though? Probably nowhere. We'll just keep her here for now. Because I think Mung will go down relatively easily. And then we can hit Aghol with all of our armies. So that should be relatively simple. Well, the Frozen City is going to be actually attacked almost immediately. And the Chill Road is also going to rebel. That is Grond in trouble. Well, I guess we're going to have Hellebrand move back to the Frozen City. Will she be able to reach reinforcement range, I wonder? Because I'm not sure the Frozen City will be able to take this attack. Well, they actually have a Hell Cannon. Wow, okay. Now let's grab Hellebrand. We'll move towards the Frozen City. We'll have the Frozen City sally forth again, and hopefully we are in range. We are good. Okay, let's just auto-resolve this one. And we will take the money. That gave us a lot of money. We're up to 3,500 already. And we will march her if we can. No, we can't. We need 25% to adopt that.
Sweet, sweet mud.
Well, we'll just jump into skill points and we will grab Witch Brew, I think. Champion of Cain's pretty nice. That will eventually allow us to get Blood Queen. Let's go for Champion of Cain first, actually. And then for our Death Hag, she can get one of these three, actually, since she's now high enough level. Cry of War is not that great. Rune of Cain's pretty nice, the extra 10% weapon strength. If we do max out her weapon strength here, she'll have pretty decent stats for sure. Or we can get Witch Brew, which gives extra weapon damage, extra melee attack and armor piercing damage for a short amount of time. I'm not sure she needs Witch Brew because her melee attack's already pretty high. So we'll go for the Rune of Cain. Yeah, her base melee attack will always be high then. That's good. Alright, let's head over to Malekith. I do kind of want to recruit another unit into this army. But I'm not sure we'd be in range to attack Dagrak's End if we did. So I think we're just going to carry on. And what I'll do is go into raiding stance. And that's actually going to give us quite a bit of income, so worth doing for sure. As for Nonans, we may as well move up towards Quark. It will take us out of Druki stance, which is kind of annoying because that is reducing upkeep on this army.
Fear my malice.
I'm not sure if it's even worth staying in our own province. We'll just move out for the time being. And the only reason it would have been worth staying in is to make sure that public order didn't boil over here, but that's okay. On this turn, I think we've lost the sacrifice to authority bonuses, so public order plus 10 is no longer a thing. Which is probably why the Frozen City actually rebelled. At Ashagrath, we will build the Artisan's house, and I may as well upgrade Nagarar, I think, and then build another one there. This turn, it might be worth recruiting into Hellebrand's army. We only have one local recruitment capacity, so I think we'll just grab the voiceless ones. And then we can get the Dark Shards without shields. Because the Dark Shards with shields, they have much less missile damage actually. Interesting. They have more melee defense and they have the block from enemy missiles, but is it even worth it if you get like an extra 10 missile damage? I don't know. Well, there's that. Let's see. Admiral Furion, not going to be doing anything, I don't think. I can't get him into range of anywhere. Is there any treasures I could go pick up? I could maybe go pick up this fell cargo. That could be something worth doing, but he doesn't have many troops, so if we get attacked, we'll lose a Black Ark, and I don't really want to do that. So I think we'll just chill near Nagarond for now. Maybe we can get him into range to help Grond, actually. Maybe that would be worth doing if we get near to Harganeth. I think that's pretty much everything done for this turn. Why did Karankar not like us? Confederation penalty still. Treaties with the Man-Blight Herd, okay. I was just checking to see if our trade agreement with Clan Rictus was causing any issues, and I don't think it is.
Do not bother me.
Oh, that's good. Okay, we picked up a trade agreement here. Happy with that.
I know a king when I see one.
That will help us out a little bit with income for the time being. Let's move on to the next turn. Next turn we'll probably attack Hmong in the settlement, assuming that they don't recruit a bunch more troops. I might have to go and help Grond as well. We have Nonans nearby, so he can head back that way. So peace was negotiated between the Man-Blight Herd and Kalankar. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that, because I would have liked to have seen Kalankar get beaten up a bit. Okay, time for Nonans to take this settlement.
Annihilate them.
We don't actually have enough to colonize it. Let's do the battle first, and then hopefully we will have enough. So we will attack Dagrak's End. Let's go into Dark Channeling. And we'll make that attack. Oh, this actually isn't in our favour at all, is it? They have two Marauder chariots. They've got some Marauder champions in there. Their front line's actually pretty strong. I'm going to have to be careful with this one, but hopefully the magic will allow us to get the job done.
Merciless host. Attack.
The thing is, if we destroy them here, we're very likely to be able to destroy them at their next settlement. And the question is, do I want to hold these settlements? Because the Chaos Corruption's pretty damn high. I remember the northern provinces always being a real pain in the ass when I was playing on the Vortex campaign. Right, the bar at the top's actually not too bad. So we could probably turn that around with some magic. Let's just start the deployment. We have the artillery, so we should be able to play on the defense. Let's line up like so. And then we'll have our dread spears across. We need our dark shards in here. I might have the dark shards a bit further back actually. But if that's the case, I probably want to move the whole lot forwards.
Dread spears. Dark Elves.
I don't want to have the dark shards too close to the front.
Bolt throwers. Afarti, this is for you.
Okay, that'll do. As for these other units, they can just chill behind, or maybe I can put them on the flanks to help out. Although there are going to be, what, chariots on the flanks, so maybe not the best idea. Have Malekith up front with the sorceress, and we'll have our chariots over here as well. Okay. Yeah, they're coming towards us, that's good. But that is a lot of units. We might end up actually getting surrounded, that would not be good. Be good at all. I'm actually tempted to kind of try and move back a bit and maybe hug the edge of the map so that we can't get flanked. Trouble is, this sort of position is actually quite nice because they're going to have to fight like uphill. I might throw a fireball into the Marauder Horsemen. That may be worth doing. Let's hit the Marauders with great weapons. The Marauder Berserkers are also relatively decent targets. But we'll go for the Marauder great weapons there as well. Right, how close do they need to be to do a spell? Pretty close. Yeah, I'm just going to put one down on this side. Lovely. Not bad so far. I might have to tell these to start shooting the ones on the side, because they haven't taken any damage yet. We'll get Malekith involved with the Marauder Chieftain. And I think as soon as I can, we'll put down maybe a Blade Wind on this side. Maybe we actually bring down a Doom Bolt onto the Marauder Chieftain. If they engage over here, we'll put down that Blade Wind. Oh, they've actually built up on this side quite nicely. Let's put one there. Alright, we did a lot of damage. That's nice. Get involved here. I have my chariots go and deal with that. These Bleak Swords can probably move over here as well. We'll get them into the front line. I will want to try and deal with these Marauder Horsemen as well at some point. I don't really want to fire those like so. Let's do this. We'll fire our Reaper Bolt Throwers into the Marauder Horsemen. I think that's probably the best bet, actually. Let's have these guys charge down as well. Actually, maybe what we do is charge into the Marauder Hunters. Well, that was actually a pretty nice charge from my chariots there. Do we have enough space for a Blade Wind here? Maybe I could put a Blade Wind through the Marauder Horsemen. It's tempting. I'm going to put it through the Marauder Hunters though.
Attend me!
Corsairs! Cold-blooded killers! The merciless host! Battle calls! Moving out! Onwards
That's fine, we'll start killing off their ranged units a bit more. Where's my chariots? Okay, they're just distracting a bunch of dudes, that's fine. Let's just get out of there. And I think on this side, maybe it's a good place. Oh wow, okay. That's awkward. They have decided to come in with the chariots and they're doing a lot of damage.
Hear my words!
Withdraw! Red spears! Death! Battle calls!
Oh, never mind. Looks like we might have caused a chain rout. Perfect. Okay, let's kill off Marauder Chariot. I may as well fire at that with a fireball. Hopefully we can hit the mark. They move around so damn quickly, it's annoying.
Bolt throwers! By Cain! Red spears!
Malekith! No mercy!
Nagarothi! End them!
We'll target those marauders. Let's have our chariots deal with the Norscan warhounds for us.
I fear no one!
And we may as well use a potion of healing on Malekith, because it's almost the end of the battle.
Bolt throwers! No mercy!
And that unit on the left got annihilated. Let's just have these guys retreat.
As you say. Advance through
Have these Dread Spears come over. Help finish off these Norscan warhounds. Okay, good.
Kill everything! Bolt throwers! Understood. Battle ready. Make them bleed.
Well, that's the chariots running.
Dark Elves.
We do have a little bit of magic left. We can probably put that onto this Marauder unit, and then we'll be done, more or less. Well, that's also going to hit the Marauder Horseman there. That was perfect. A victory? Almost. Just one more unit to get rid of.
Battle ready. Understood.
There we go. Not bad. The fact we had a massive hill to work with was really nice. Now the question is what we do with the settlement. Do I occupy it? Do I raise it? I think we might sack and raise it. The only trouble is with doing that is it takes a couple of turns, and also we'll have to go back to our lands to replenish. Nice. Rank gained. Yeah, we want to sack that for the money. Thank you very much. Can we raise it? No. You can actually sack and loot and occupy in the same turn. That's interesting. Well, we'll start raiding and we'll attack it again next turn. Let's get the Sea Dragon Cloak. Extra armor and missile resistance. And I think we're going to push for melee defense first. Start building up his melee stats. When he's sitting on a fat old dragon, it'd be pretty nice.
I approve of these dark deeds.
We want to search this, or do we want to colonize it? We have like loads of money to colonize it now, so I don't think we need to search it for the extra cash.
I waited long
We'll just take it, and that will allow us to use a commandment, which is good. We'll just go for the enforced tribute payments for now. At Grond, I should probably start building the walls here. And I should probably also upgrade this to the gold smelter. Investing money into that settlement may not be the best use of money right now though. Let's see, Palace of Ruin plus the army, probably completely off the cards to attack. So we can probably sit in the Frozen City and just recruit some more dudes. We needed like a couple more dark shards I think, so we'll grab those. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at Admiral Furion. He's not going anywhere. Actually, we were going to move him round to Harganeth, weren't we?
The ocean awaits.
And Nonans has actually leveled up. We didn't give him shades in the end, so we won't put the points into Raid Leader just yet. I will eventually give him that. I think the next thing will probably be one of these so that we can get the Quartermaster. Quartermaster gives minus 15% upkeep. And that will scale throughout the game since armies cost more, so definitely worth it. Let's go for Infamous Raider. We'll put 2 points into that. Settlement upgrade available at Ashrak. Might be worth doing. Depends if it's worth spending the money elsewhere first. Like at Kragoth Deep, for example, we could spend the money on this. And at Shroktak Mount, we're not spending any money. I need this to get to level 4 soon, because then I can build up to the Beastmaster's stable here and start getting some War Hydras out. Pretty important. We'll upgrade Ashrak for now. Good.
Victory is mine.
Let's end the turn.
I find myself deeply intrigued by you.
So I'm just going to raise Dagrax End and Iron Frost, I think. And that will destroy them. I think the actual, yeah, the corruption here is 88% at the moment. It is actually going to drop to 28.6%. Maybe at some point it would be worth recolonizing them.
The Druki have no friends.
But for now, I think we're just going to leave it. I think if I had like a spare army to deal with public order in our lands, then it would be worth doing.
Mighty Lord, the fates have surely selected you for greatness.
Well, we've completed this chapter objective. We actually didn't get that much money from this one. Why is it only 2,000 each time? Isn't it supposed to get more? I guess they maybe nerfed it. A sporting chance. A Cold One breeder, reputed for his voracious pit fighting animals, has exploited his trade contracts to acquire certain rare fungi used by the night goblins. Thus dosed, his enraged creations are unstoppable against regular stock. In fact, the compound is so effective that none will now bet against the beasts. There's just no sport in it. The pit owners refuse to field them, and sales have fallen off a cliff. So the breeder has offered you his sulfate of reeking shrooms. The answer, quite obviously, is yes. Duly dosed, his Cold One units now have enhanced melee attack capabilities faction-wide. Okay, cool. We have the next chapter objective. The merciless host marches with a relentless cadence, beating out a drumbeat to destruction. From the rank and file soldiery to the terrifying and imposing beasts of war, all are aligned with Malekith's singular vision of destruction.
Do not vex us further.
Okay, so we will
Weaklings, fight for me or die.
auto-resolve that. I was a bit unsure whether or not that was a good idea. Well, that would actually give us another 385 slaves. We're just going to raise it. And that is good because it gave us the trait Ruin's End. Go back into raiding stance. And for Hagrin, we'll grab Arcane Conduit. Nice. That's really good. Happy with that.
Tyrant of Nagaru.
As for this chappie, we need to move him to Dargoth. I don't think we need to keep him at the Road of Skulls. Or we could actually head back to Grond.
No.
Yeah, we should probably head back to Grond for the time being. And we will be in range to reinforce next turn anyway, so we'll just travel in this direction and we'll do some recruitment in the meantime. We'll grab the Dark Shards. We do have a couple of Dark Shards with shields, but in hindsight these aren't really the best choice because they have way less missile damage than normal Dark Shards.
Lord of Fear. Dread Lord of the Druki.
Right, our Black Ark is in range to help out as well, so that's really good. And I'm tempted to build into this Black Ark a little bit. I think we will. So Reach can upgrade. And it's probably also worth upgrading these buildings, the crafting districts. We shall do so at just Targan. Actually, let's just do both, because the sooner we do it, the more income we will get over time. Let's end the turn. We're going to get a lot of money from destroying the rebellion anyway. We're going to get a lot of money from sacking and raising the Hmong homeland. And we'll also get some decent money from attacking Aghol at some point. And we don't want a defensive alliance with Clan Rictus. Unless maybe we're going to go to war with Kalon Kar. I'll have to check who they are at war with, because if they are at war with Kalon Kar, they would be natural allies. Okay. Mission failed there, that's fine. Strict for Helebron.
Lord of Fear.
Time to attack
Nagaron,
this army.
draw your blades.
Destroy that army and take the money. Gimme, gimme. We should actually give him weapons. Already got a few. We can give him the Crown of Command there. Okay, cool. And he's leveled up to level 5. So let's go for Infamous Raider. And I think we'll do Dreaded Slayer or Slaver to unlock Draft Master, and then we can get Quartermaster after that. Well, Renowned and Feared is another 8, minus 8% upkeep, and plus 5% campaign movement range. That's really nice, actually. May as well have Nonans move into Grond this turn, so we get extra replenishment. As for Malekith, I think we're just gonna head back to Iron Mountains, maybe? Or maybe we should just continue to Iron Frost straight away. I'm not confident that we'd be able to take it. That's the trouble.
I'll turn the snow red. Crush the weak.
Yeah, they're already building another army here. No, it's too late now to go back. Let's jump over to Helebron. She has a full army at her back, but there is not really any chance of us attacking the Fortress of the Damned because, well, not the fortress, the Palace of Ruin, because they've got basically half an army plus this extra army, and this army has got some pretty decent units in it, especially these Marauder chariots, which are going to run through our lines quite well. We don't have any magic that we can use, so that is a big deal as well.
The people are displeased.
I definitely need to get a point where you can get Sorceress. I mean, maybe if we spend the time upgrading the Frozen City, we can build some extra walls here, and then we can just move down to, like, the Fortress of the Damned and just take that whilst their army's up here. And if their army tries to come over, we can attack them in the open. That'd probably be the best way to do it, because we will be able to defeat the army one-on-one, just not with that many units sitting there, that is. So maybe if I just stand outside the settlement, we go into raiding stance so that we lose public order quicker. Actually, that might not be a good idea. That actually loses us quite a lot of money.
Blood Queen of Hagen. Mistress of
I think we'd just be better sitting in here in Druki Strike, because that's a lot more income. Interesting. This guy should probably recruit another Dark Shard unit. And we'll move on to the next turn. So Mung's army is going to be a little bit bigger, right, because they're still recruiting. So I think what we're going to have to do is just fall back for the time being. Or maybe we could have Malekith come over and help us with Agol. And we peace out of Mung for the time. Yeah. We're going to have to double team somewhere. I could have Nonans come over and attack Mung as well. Actually, the army isn't as big as I thought it would be. Oh, and we have Seraphon. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. He has his mount. Okay, we're definitely doing this now. Dragons are awesome. Okay, lovely. This is absolutely perfect. Let's fight this on the battle map. Not sure what the battle map will look like. Probably should have checked that. Not that it really matters, we'll still fight it anyway. Oh good, it's the same as before. So we can use the hill to our advantage. Although we don't really have much of a front line. We'll just have to spread our men out a little bit more, I think. Be a bit more conservative with the formations. All of our dark shards are still good, so that's fine.
Sorceress of Grand.
And I guess we do have Seraphon now, so... Oh, yes. Right. A good gander at this bad boy. He's looking mean. Let's start the battle. He does have breath attacks, right? Yeah, noxious breath. Very good. And one good thing about this as well is, well, we'll do this. But we'll fly over here and we can drop like a really good vortex while they're on their way. Like maybe over on this left side would be nice. But on the Marauder Champions, I'm thinking that's a good shout. Very good. Alright, we're going to want to hit the Marauders there. We're going to want to hit the Marauder Spearmen.
True heir of Anarion. Carnage pours, spreading misery.
Let's use the Arcane Conduits.
Hear my words.
Nice, because we would nearly have enough to do another Vortex. That's done plenty of damage. Very good.
Suffering for all. Hear my words.
Drain those Dark Shards for more wins.
Eager.
Put down a Firestorm over here.
Come, melee.
Malekith comes.
And we're going to dive into these Norscan Warhounds with the dragon. Actually, don't know about that.
The merciless host. Blood for Cain.
Let's just pause it a sec, because I want to make sure that we have decent targets for our Dark Shards, because at the moment they're not really doing too much. Same with the Reaper Bolt Throwers. I think what I'm going to do is we'll have these come over and attack there. That's fine. We need the dragon to come down. And we need to get a breath attack across. Here we go. Oh, well, that was shit, wasn't it? Lucky we got the Blade Wind here. My breath attack there really missed the mark. That's savage. How are my chariots doing? Let's have them kill the Norscan Warhounds for us.
Battle ready. Dark shards. Slash. Kill. Nagarothi. End them!
Oh, we're going to want another Blade Wind on this side. Oops, I think that went through my own lines a bit. It's okay. Let's get the Arcane Conduits going.
Eager for battle. Forward!
Make sure to keep charging the Norscan Warhounds. We have just got Murderous Prowess, that's fantastic.
Attack!
Continue that engagement on the left side. It might be worth putting some shots into these Marauders with great weapons. Or actually no, let's hit the ones on the right side. And we need to have Malekith take off as well. If Malekith takes off, we can move over here and put a breath attack, probably through the Marauders. Right, let's try this again. Oh, that's way better. Way better. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Down the Blade Storm or Blade Wind on these guys. And that's the chain route. Perfect. We lost a lot of men in our front line. But we won, so all good. Malekith got 805 kills. That is insane. His magic just does work. So we're gonna probably sack this first. We did lose another unit of Black Ark Corsairs and Dread Spears, so our front line's kind of falling apart a little bit. Let's sack that. Thank you very much. It might have been worth subjugating them, actually. Yeah, it might have been worth subjugating them. It's either that or raise them next turn and destroy the faction completely. I don't think they'll do anything if we subjugate them, so I think we're just gonna leave it. We'll go into raiding stance. And we'll destroy them completely next turn. Alright, let's see. Where do we want to go with our technology? I think we will go for Broken by the Lash and Forge to Kill, and then we can get the next upgrade. I mean, that's the sort of easiest choice, at least. Arted Piracy is pretty nice, though. Let's get that first. Anything that gives us more money is good in my books. And it seems like nuns will not be needed at the Hmong lands, so we will send him over towards the Frozen City again. Let's put him into March, and he can start heading over there.
Taking control.
He won't replenish as quickly, but he'll still be replenished by the time he gets there, so that's fine. We can get the Obsidian Quarry, that's good, so we can upgrade that building. Just got to invest all of this money.
We are restless.
That upgrade does nothing. Except from give us an extra 1% casualties captured post-battle faction-wide. Also does increase our garrison, but gives us an extra 5% slave decline rate. Not sure I'm really happy with that. I think we'd be better off just having slave slums in Nagarond.
The people are displeased.
Somewhere at least. Maybe we could get rid of the halls of mustering. But I do want to get those bleak swords, because I'll probably replace a lot of these dread spears with bleak swords. Okay, well, Hellebron, I think she's just chilling, right? We're not moving anywhere because we're basically having a bit of a standoff here between ourselves and Aghol. And unfortunately, it has been my time. So, in the next episode, we'll decide what we want to do with Hellebron. I think we're just going to wait for this chap to come over and then wipe out Aghol. But we're probably going to actually take these provinces for ourselves. So we'll do that. But that's it for now. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.